Hi everybody, it's Jamie Lee Curtis. Come see Freakier Friday, the same level.
Jamie Lee Curtis has been Hollywood's ultimate survivor for nearly 5 decades. But now she's dropping a bombshell. She's been quietly self-retiring for 30 years. Why? Because she's seen up close what happens to beloved stars when Hollywood decides they're no longer young enough. Watching her legendary parents, Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis, get slowly pushed aside by the industry as they aged was a painful wake-up call. And Jamie isn't waiting to suffer the same fate. She's preparing to leave the party before she's no longer invited. This is the story of how one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses is taking control over her own exit, and why it's a wake-up call for anyone who's ever dreamed of living life on their own terms. Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis weren't just Hollywood legends, they were the ultimate golden couple of the 1950s. Together they starred in classics like Houdini, The Vikings, and Some Like It Hot, defining an era of cinematic glamour. But behind the glitz, their personal lives were far from perfect. Both battled intense pressure and relentless scrutiny, and their careers took a painful hit as the years passed. Janet, best known for her iconic role in Psycho, faced the cruel reality of fewer roles as she aged, even after winning awards and critical acclaim. Tony's star shone brightly through the 50s and early 60s, but his career faded, sidelined by Hollywood's ruthless obsession with youth. Jamie Lee Curtis grew up watching her parents' rise and heartbreaking fall. Seeing the industry reject the very stars that once defined it left an indelible mark, shaping how she views her own career and future in Hollywood. Jamie Lee Curtis isn't just talking about retirement. She's been quietly planning hers for 30 years, watching her parents, Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis, be pushed aside by Hollywood's ageist culture was a harsh lesson she wasn't willing to ignore. Jamie calls it self-retiring, a strategy where she carefully chooses projects and slowly steps back before the industry can force her out. In her own words, she wants to leave the party before she's no longer invited. This isn't about walking away because she has to. It's about owning the narrative of her career and exit on her own terms. Even now, with new roles like the Freakier Friday sequel, Jamie balances passion and pragmatism, ensuring she stays in control of how and when she steps away. It's a powerful reminder that retirement isn't an afterthought, but a plan to protect your dignity and legacy. Even though Jamie Lee Curtis is slowly preparing to exit the scene, she's far from slowing down. At 66, she's hitting new highs with roles that show her range and grit. Take the Freakier Friday sequel, where she reunited with Lindsay Lohan, stepping into the role of a grandmother for a fresh generation of fans. But Jamie isn't just about nostalgia. She's also earning praise for raw, challenging parts, like her Emmy-nominated work on The Bear. The difference now is control. Jamie decides which projects match her vision and values, refusing to bow to Hollywood's outdated beauty standards. She's openly criticized the pressure on women to alter their appearance, even likening the cosmetic surgery industry to a form of disfiguration. This fierce agency over her career and image is her way of rewriting the narrative, no longer a victim of ageism, but the author of her own story. Jamie Lee Curtis doesn't hold back when talking about Hollywood's treatment of aging women. She's long been outspoken about the industry's obsession with youth, calling out the pressure for women to undergo cosmetic fixes to stay relevant. In a bold statement, Jamie even wore oversized plastic lips to highlight how absurd and damaging these beauty standards are. For her, it's more than just a personal battle. It's a critique of an entire culture that values appearance over talent and experience. Hollywood's ageism isn't just cruel. It's a creative chokehold that sidelines seasoned performers like her parents and threatens to do the same to her generation. Jamie's outspokenness forces us to ask, why do we let the industry define a woman's worth by something as fleeting as age or looks? Beyond the glitz and fame, Jamie Lee Curtis reveals the emotional toll aging in Hollywood has taken on her. Watching her parents' talents sidelined simply because of their age left deep scars. But instead of shrinking away, Jamie has turned that pain into artistic power. Now she embraces complex, offbeat roles that challenge the industry's narrow view of aging women. From fiercely funny performances to intense dramatic turns, Jamie's current work is her way of reclaiming control, showing that maturity can bring a deeper, richer creativity. It's a reminder that real talent doesn't fade with time. It evolves. And for Jamie, growing older is no barrier but a new beginning for storytelling that's raw, honest, and unapologetically real. As Jamie Lee Curtis prepares to step away from the spotlight on her own terms, she leaves behind a powerful legacy, one that challenges Hollywood's outdated views on aging and female worth. Her journey isn't just about quitting the business. It's about rewriting the rules for how women can navigate creativity, fame, and dignity as they grow older. Jamie's bold self-retirement plan invites us all to think differently about aging, not as an end, but a choice. So, what does her story mean for the future of Hollywood? And for anyone watching who fears the clock is ticking? Maybe it's a call to take control, to rewrite your own story, and to step into the next chapter with courage and grace. Jamie Lee Curtis isn't just prepping to get out. She's leading the way for others to think boldly about their own exits, and that's a message everyone can take to heart.